having that Move Along song stuck in my head for like freaking 3 days now by the All American Rejects. You heard of them?
Yes, I've heard of them, but I haven't heard that song.
Okay. You haven't heard that song? It's their biggest song. They're on a college tour right now. You seen that?
No.
You can pull that up too, Karen, if you want. So the All American Rejects are on this like house party tour where you can literally just book them for your house party or for like your college show.
I did see that.
And they're just pulling up and performing, which I don't think they're even charging that much. And I think they're just trying to do it on some like they just want to reach the new generation and like just do it on some real like just music shit. Because dude, like the lead singer gave a speech at one of the shows, and he was like, "We're not trying to sell you a $25 parking. We're not trying to sell you this $200 Live Nation ticket." Like they're trying to just take it back to the roots of like we just want the people to hear the music.
Bring back house parties.
Yeah, for sure. Well, actually, let me not. I kind of disagree with that. I'll disagree with that because
It's
like
a lot of risk.
It's a lot of risk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like as an adult, it's just not as fun.
Okay.
I mean, you can tell me how you feel about it, but I would much rather be at like a nice venue.
Yeah, no. As you get older, it's like, but when you have the right friends and you have the right invite list, I should say.
Yeah.
It could be, because we just did one. Lex just did one for her birthday.
Oh, okay. How was that?
And it came out crazy. It was lit.
It was at her house?
It was at Doris's house.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was 2000s themed too. So I think that helped.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
My whole life is 2000s themed.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Everyone's wearing 2000s clothes again.
Yeah. What's that? So. What's 2000 clothes? I guess like the baggier or like
girls, like
certain
low-rise,
brands. Yeah.
Low-rise jeans. No more high-waisted jeans. That used to be a thing. Yeah. Tank tops, flip-flops, regular. The sunglasses, you know?
Yeah, they say, fashion revolves. It like all comes back around. I was definitely on like this tight pants at one point, like in high school or probably, last time I really wore like tight pants was probably like 9th grade. Because I was wearing them like probably like 7th, 8th, and 9th grade when I was skating.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I pretty much had the same like style for the last like 10 years, I think. I was wearing Vans for a while. I'm on some Adidas now. Just be wearing like blank tees.
I mean, a chill vibe.
Chill vibe, you know, you feel me. It's good though. How you doing? Welcome.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we are.
I thought you were just talking.
That's what we do. The whole thing is just talking.
Okay,
now we're
cool.
recording. Yeah.
Oh, cool. What's up? Thanks for having me.
For sure. I know we kind of rescheduled this a bit. We're supposed to do it later this year. We were actually supposed to have Gabe on tonight.
Oh, okay.
But then I guess when we booked it, he didn't realize, I think he just got back in town today, which I think he went on like a camping trip somewhere.
I saw that. Shout out to Gabe.
Yeah,
glamping.
Yeah, so we pretty much like switched you guys' episodes out.
Cool,
so
okay.
I appreciate you for making it work last
always
minute.
Flexible. Try to be.
You said you live in Richmond now, but you're from Hampton?
Newport News.
Oh, you're from Newport News.
Yeah, I've been in Richmond for about 6 years now.
Okay.
But including school.
Oh, so you moved out there for school?
Well, initially, VCU. And then went to Maryland and then came back to Richmond.
What were you doing in Maryland?
Work, like government work. Living the dream.
What kind of government work?
It was like communications, but it was for the Veterans Affairs. So it was like kind of pretty close to the White House. Like I could pretty much walk there. It was cool.
There was just a terrorist attack in D.C. last night. Did you see that? I forgot to send you that. There was 2 Jewish diplomats that got shot and killed outside of a party or something.
Wow. What kind of
party?
party?
There were a couple. It was look that up, Karen. I think it was a party happening at the Jewish Museum. Or is that the Israeli? Yeah, is that the Israeli embassy? Yeah, crazy. And the guy that shot them, while he was getting arrested, he was yelling out "Free Palestine," which is crazy because obviously, there's people who disagree with what Israel is doing and they want to, see a better future for the people of Gaza, but that's not the way. We don't do that type of shit in America. You can't just be out here fucking killing people, bro. That's not what we do.
That's wild. I mean, that kind of sounds like the Luigi situation, low key. I mean, in terms of the audacity. Yeah,
well, in that one, it was crazy because it was crazy to me how much support he got. Yeah, I agree still. The healthcare system is fucked up. But in America, that's not the solution. We don't just kill people because that easily spirals into, okay, fuck it, we all just killing each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we have to be able to talk about these things and like diplomatically, politically like change it. Mm-hmm. I don't think killing people is a fucking solution.
I have a different opinion, but it's kind of controversial.
Talk about it.
I mean, I don't really like have like such a strong feeling towards like he shouldn't have done it in terms of like, oh, that's the law and you should follow the law. I agree with that. I agree with that when the people that made the law start following the law. That's how I feel. So I don't know. I mean, I think it was a ends to a mean. Like it really got people's attention. That's what he wanted. You know, it really. I mean, the United Healthcare just got sued by I forgot who, but they're going through a bunch of lawsuits. Like they are pretty much crooked. I'm not saying he's the reason for that. The one that got killed. You know, that's terrible for his family. I'm just not. I don't know. I just feel like it's just something I wasn't really like. Oh my God, how could Luigi do that type? You know, in a sense.
So you don't condemn it. You wouldn't say like, don't do that.
I would say don't keep doing it. I mean,
one and done.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like shit is gonna pile up. Like everything's piling up right now, and things are overflowing out the bowl. That's what it is. Things are overflowing out the bowl. Yeah, I agree. Things do seem like they're overflowing as far as tensions. Like tensions are really high. Yeah, a lot of corruption in all these different industries and fields is getting exposed. I mean, I don't know where we're going. Yeah. I just think we need I don't know, because I just think that's how it is in other countries. And like these third world countries, like if you have a political opponent or you have people that disagree with you, like you just kill them. Right, you're right. And like that's not the way to go. That's not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? It's not the way to go. I don't think anybody should move like that, but it comes to a point where we have to hold both sides accountable. You gotta be held accountable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's probably better ways, like, you know, take people to court. You know, I don't know. I don't know the way. I don't know. I don't have the solution. But that doesn't seem like the solution. It doesn't. Because I don't know if it's changed anything. The healthcare system didn't change because of that. No. Trump's about to pass this new bill. I think they're calling it the Big Beautiful Bill, literally. But I think it's some good shit in it. I can't remember. Maybe you can pull that up, Karen. There might be some things that I agree with in it, but some I don't. One of them is they're putting a work requirement on Medicaid. So I have Medicaid actually. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how it all works, but pretty much I pay like $50 a month for health insurance. And that's because my Medicaid, so I have like a cheaper rate. And I don't have like an actual job and I work for myself, like under the table. Mm-hmm. So that will affect me. I probably will lose my Medicaid if that passes. Because you're not technically working like a W-2. Yeah. So I think they're saying like you have to have at least a minimum of 20 hours of a week of working for you to stay on weird. Medicaid. I thought it was does that include the tip thing? Oh, okay. Too? So I think the tip thing is in that too. Okay. So that's one of the good things. They're taking away taxes on tips. And what was the other one, Karen? Let's go to the right. Type in if you just Google what is all in Trump's Big Beautiful Bill. Is that actually what's called? The Big Beautiful Bill? I'm fucking weak. Well, I mean, the tip shit is fire. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, no. It was tips like and I think on income tax total, right? Like if you make under like $100,000 a year, you don't pay any income tax. I think that's what it was. And if that's real, that's actually really fire. I hope so. Is that what it says? Bad news for people making less than 50 recipients of Medicaid food stamps. Let me read it. Zoom in on it. Go to the right. There's bad news for people making less than $50,000, recipients of Medicaid and food stamps, and anyone still saddled with student loan debt. I want to see a list of everything that's in this bill. You can find it. You can find it while we keep talking. But so you're from Newport News. You moved out to Richmond to go to VCU. Mm-hmm. So you went to like I guess for like communications or? No, it was for exercise science at first. So what is that? Like physical therapy. Like going into that career field, which is what I thought I wanted. Science. Okay, yeah, which is what I thought I wanted to do because I interned at like a nursery home for that. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay, I'll give it a try, but was it too low? But yeah, I didn't really like that. So then I went to biology, I think, and then I went to psychology. So I graduated with a psych degree. So it was I wasn't sure at first, but I knew it was like some type of medical something. And now you're a DJ. Yeah. You don't do anything do you have an actual like job right now? Yeah, but it's not psychology. It's like communications. So nothing you went to school for? No, pretty much. But I've always liked to write.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what my job is being a writer. So I've written since high school. It was like in competitions, essay competitions, poetry competitions, things like that. And I always liked it. So I was like, well, I can do something with this, since I didn't want to get a doctorate degree in psych. It's kind of like, not like you have to get a doctorate degree, but like if you want the good money in psych, you got to get a doctorate. So I didn't want
to go to school for longer. Are you in debt right now from school?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are. Yeah.
I forgot what I was watching earlier. It's like I think student loan debt is the only debt that you can't get rid of. Like every other debt, like you can file for bankruptcy and get cleared of it, but not student debt.
Yeah.
And I might be wrong, but I think also if you die, it like rolls over to somebody in your family. Like you can't get rid of that shit.
Too. Yeah. But you know what's crazy? I found out from someone who went to VCU that Navient, which is one of the largest financial institutions that collects student loans in the U.S., got sued and banned by one of the government agencies that look over that type of stuff, and they basically can't like be in business ever again. And I had Navient, so this girl like wrote up a letter and was like, y'all moved all of my information to this new system, but like, and they were like being sued for fraud, like for telling like student loan people that, oh, you gave us your money, but we're gonna put it somewhere else where you didn't want to place it. Essentially, does that make sense? And they were like,
was it going towards your debt?
Yeah, like you would give them money, but they would put it towards something else, and basically like they got sued, and you should get a bunch of money. And I'm trying to like fight mine through that way, but I got to figure out the ins and outs of all that. But I think it's possible. Yeah.
So is that the company that's giving you the loan? They're like a bank. They're paying for your college and you pay them back.
Right. That's the system that my mom and me and all my brothers went through to
look that up, Karen. Navient lawsuit.
Yeah. So
they're just like taking your money and investing in crypto with it.
Probably. And the interest rates they were lying about and saying like, oh, your interest rate wouldn't go up, but it was. And so it was a bunch of like discrepancies over a long period of years, actually, to the point they got banned.
Navient Corporation permanently banned from, zoom out a little bit, banned from federal student loan servicing market, order to pay $100 million to cheated borrowers. Yeah. Oh, so that's the people are supposed to get it back, like the kids.
Yeah. So, and the parents that were taking out loans.
They canceled. CFP Blockbuster enforcement action drove Biden-Harris administration to cancel $50 billion in student loans for 1 million borrowers. Did you get any of your loans canceled with this?
No. Really? So I'm trying to figure out what was.
How did it work? Didn't Biden say? Did people get their whole shit removed, or was it? Didn't like everybody get like 10,000 taken off their debt or something like that?
I don't know, but I looked and my amount is the same. So
how much debt you got? You gotta say it.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be honest. It's above 10,000. I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's weird. Like education is so weird right now, especially like higher education, because so many kids are going to school, and like first of all, you expect to know what you want to do for the rest of your life at 18.
Right, which is
who
crazy.
knows? Nobody knows that. Like
Nobody.
I think it's rare for you, like somebody to actually stay in that same field forever.
Yeah.
So you don't really know what you want. Then you get put in all this debt. And then it wouldn't even be bad if you actually got a job. If you were guaranteed a job. If I go to college and I spend $50,000, I hope I'm guaranteed to have a job in that field when I get out. Because if not, what's the point?
That's what you were told. That's what I was told. My
parents
were telling me.
That's a scam that everybody was told. It might have been better. It might have been that way back in the day.
It was.
But it's not that way right now.
It's not. And it was, even if you didn't go to college and you were like working at the shipyard. My dad, he's been working at the shipyard over 20 years and has provided for us easily. I don't know about easy, but he's...
Well, shipyard's not an easy job. It's a hard job.
It's a hard job, but...
It's a good job, though, as far as in the area. That's a career.
Right. And he didn't graduate college. I mean, he did later on in life, but, back then you could do that. Here or now, like, you gotta have a degree. If you don't, you better have a trade. If you don't have a trade, you better have a talent or something, your own business. So, it's different.
People were really buying homes and raising families off like minimum wage jobs back in the day.
Yeah.
Now people make $25, $30 an hour and can't even buy a home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think that's a big problem in our generation right now. One problem is, from what I hear, we're not having enough kids, and like enough people aren't having kids, and we can't buy homes.
Yeah.
Like this is, I think, one of the first generations in a while in America where the kids have it harder than their parents. Because usually that's like the American dream. Like every generation, the kids have it easier and better than their parents did.
Yep.
And in a lot of ways, we don't have that right now.
Yeah. It's so many people living with their parents right now.
Yeah, I live with my parents. Well, technically, I've been living with my girl for the last like 6 months. We've been living together, but
it helps, right? I'm sure it helps.
Yeah. But that's how it is also in my culture. Like in Bosnia, we don't really move out when we turn 18. Like I know all my American friends like I can't wait till I turn 18. I'm moving out and all that. But the way we usually do it is you don't move out till you like move in with your husband or wife. You'll stay with your parents till then.
Okay.
So that's a cultural thing for us. And also me, I was always like, why do I want to move out and be alone? I feel like I'd be lonely. I'll just live in the house by myself. Do you live by yourself?
Yeah.
Is it lonely?
Nah, it's fun. But it also can be lonely sometimes. Like sometimes when you get off work or something, you know. But yeah, it's cool otherwise. But like it's a cultural thing for you. So I feel like it would be a culture shock for you versus we're forced to, you know, get out there and make something happen.
Yeah, for sure. And even in like we don't do it here really, but in Bosnia, it's a common thing where like your parents will build like a big house, and then when you get older and get married, like you might move your wife into the house with your parents, and then and like y'all have like the top floor, and then they'll have the bottom floor, and they'll put like a second door in the back, and it might be multiple generations living in the same house.
That's kind of cool.
You know?
Were you born there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm actually going there this summer. I'm taking my girl there.
Cool. Is her first time there?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Cool.
So you're going to Richmond for college. I guess, when did you get into like creative stuff? Like, did you get straight into DJing? Like, or were you doing something else before that?
Not necessarily something else. It was just, I just really liked music since high school. I know people probably say this all the time, but like one of the people that always had the aux and like in your friend group or wherever you're going to a party, like you going out to lunch on your lunch break during high school, you would have the aux, and my friends would be like, oh, why don't you DJ, you know? And I didn't think about that at the time. And then
they're telling you this in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it was like a jokey joke thing. Like, why don't you DJ, you know? This, because they would always be like, oh, what song is blah, blah, blah. But anyway, move on to junior year. And I think it was junior year. And I was just like not happy with any of my classes. I was not really interested. This is around the time where I didn't know if I wanted to switch to psych or not.
Oh, so this junior year of college?
Of college, yeah. And I met Tyree somehow. I don't really remember how, but I met him. He gave me like this like Newmark controller.
Who's that?
Wive.
Wive, okay. I usually know people by like their Instagram name.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of people's like real names.
Right,
I don't even know your real name, but okay.
Lauren. But no, I say Tyree because that's how I met him.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
You know, eventually, that's your DJ.
So ABC Wise.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, and he handed it to me. At the time, I was making mixes just off virtual DJ on my laptop, no controller. And then he gave me that, and it was like, oh, game changer.
So he was already DJing at that point in college?
He was like a known DJ, like at VSU where he went. He was like one of like the go-to house party DJs out there. And then in Norfolk, like Charlie's. I don't know if you remember Charlie's, but...
I don't think... I feel like I heard Raven talking about it, but I don't think I've ever been to Charlie's.
Yeah, it was open in like 2017, 2018. It probably closed around that time or like shortly after that, but... That was my first gig that he helped me get. So
your first gig was at Charlie's?
Yeah. With Rilo.
With Rilo. I've heard of him. I don't know if I might have met him before, but we never spoke like that.
Yeah.
So this was while you're still in college. You do this first gig at Charlie's.
So I graduated college 2018. So I think that summer was my first gig. But like from junior year to when I graduated, I was just like really practicing and just trying to get the hang of things and
in your
dropping
dorm room?
mixes in my dorm room. Yeah. So it was cool. A learning experience for sure.
Were you cooking in your dorm room?
Oh, yeah.
You ever see those videos of the people like cooking on their bed? They have like the little hot pot. They'll be making like lobster and like crazy ass meals on their bed.
I seen
that.
It
Seems unsanitary, but it looks good.
It looks good. I wish TikTok was out when I was in college.
Yeah.
I would feel like I would have made a bag. Truly.
Maybe.
Especially like the DJing. I know it wasn't new, but I feel like it's more of like a thing now than back then. I feel like it would have been a good push start, you know?
Yeah. Well, DJing is like, we had Chris Stassi up here. You know who that is? So he's an artist from, I think, Virginia Beach, right? He had a great point, and he was like, at least for our area, DJs are like the new rappers right now.
Okay, I can see
It's
that.
like a lot of rappers, or not, it's a lot of DJs. They're the ones that are throwing the events, like creating these experiences for us to go to.
Yeah.
And him as a rapper was saying like, yo, us rappers need to step it up. Like these DJs are really carrying the scene right now.
Do you think that he's saying like we need more performances in the area, or is it?
I think that's
like, we
part
need
of
to
it.
collaborate together.
That could be it. I think he was mainly talking about the show aspect.
Okay.
Like he's like these DJs are putting on an experience for us, and the rappers aren't. Like you'll go to the show and they'll just be playing their music and like screaming over the song, like not really giving a real performance.
Yeah.
And it's like so he was talking about the performance aspect, but even just the shows, period. Like there hasn't been like, okay, think about it. You've been on the scene for a few years now. For the last 2 years, it hasn't really been shows like that with artists performing. It's been DJs.
It hasn't.
Which I love it. It's been fun.
Yeah.
But like, I think we need to figure out how to bring that back.
Yeah, because it was heavy at one point, I think. And now you have to be more, I think, selective of the artists that you choose just because of stage presence. Not even just the music, but like, how do they, communicate with the audience?
Are they actually performing?
Right, exactly. Is this a genre that they perform, or is this the type of artist that goes well with the venue as a whole? Not just like plopping some random artist in the middle of something that's not even curated for them, So I think that's why a couple shows out here have done well when that was popping. But now I think it's more so you can easily just grab a DJ because there's so many good ones out here. And not saying there's not so many good rappers. I just think it's more so about performance too. So yeah.
Well, also being as the DJs have been the ones throwing the shows, they've built that credibility with the audience out here. So it's like you're a rapper and you haven't thrown a show in like 3 years. People might still come out, but it's like probably harder to get them there because they don't know what to expect. Like they haven't seen you do this in a while. But as a DJ, if you're like Gabe and Maddie have that show tomorrow night.
Yeah.
They both throw shows consistently throughout the year. Like we know, like if Gabe is on the bill, I know what to expect. I know I'm gonna have a good time. I know it's not gonna be any drama there, and usually it's no cover. That's a great part about Gabe shows
most
too.
of his are great.
Like no cover, share that. So yeah, I know I'm gonna have a good time, so I'm gonna go there. It's a consistent vibe and like credibility they've created around these shows.
Right. And that being said, if he puts a artist on the bill, you're not going to think twice.
Yeah.
Because it's Gabe, he curated it. It's Maddie, they curated it. So, yeah, I think we should have more artists performing.
At least one or two. Like,
Yeah.
like I always go back to that disc freak formula, like where they will have they'll have a couple DJs spinning, and then like one or two artists do a couple songs.
Yeah, that's
it's not too much. It's just enough for if you don't know who that artist is, you're like, okay, you'll hear a song or two. And you hear just enough to make you want more. Yeah. But you don't hear enough to where it's like, okay, I'm over it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. There was one show that we did, and it was jam-packed with artists. And I just think that type of situation is not going to fly with the audience. You're not going to resonate with them because they're like quick in and out. And they're not even like curated together well in terms of their styles. So that, for example, is something that kind of I can see why like it's died down, but shit, like you said, Disc Freak, they had Mac out on stage. I think anyone that resonates with the women in the crowd is a plus always. So yeah, it's possible. It's doable. I'm ready for more. I feel like the summer is perfect for it. We should have more people.
We should. And like we always say, like I said, Colt put me onto this from Disc Freak formula. It's not just a curation of it. It's you can't have too many people on the list because people get fatigued.
Yes.
Like you literally like get tired and fatigued by sitting there and watching this showcase, like 7 artists, 10 artists.
Yes.
And they're all doing like 5 songs.
Yeah.
I'm talking about even if it's the most fire music you ever heard in your life, eventually you get tired.
Right.
You literally get like physically and mentally tired from paying attention to this thing, like for, you know what I'm saying, the whole night. So it's just not as fun. Which it can be fun if you're, I don't know, like I feel like it's different than if you're like at a concert. Like if you're at something in the water,
it's different.
You're going there, like you're gonna expect that. It's gonna be a lot of things. You're gonna be kind of paying attention to the stage. But when we go out to the club, like you're not really going to the club for that.
No,
you're there to
dance.
like mingle, drink, dance, talk to people, hear some cool music. But you're not. But you like want to be like moving around and stuff. You don't want to just be standing there just like focused and locked in on this thing all night.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But if you have an artist who has music where you can dance, where you can move, where you can still socialize without having to like, I don't know, like be dead staring at the stage, you know, not socializing, then that's a party in itself too. That's why you gotta curate it. It's all about curation. And I think the people out here do a great job of that. So you know.
So you finish college, you do this first gig at Charlie's, and then like from there you were like, this is my thing, like I want to keep doing it. Like what happened after that?
Yeah, it was just that momentum from being in my dorm room, from like making these crazy mixes and finding these amazing songs that I felt like resonated with me, so I knew could resonate with somebody else, that like brought me out of this time period where like I wasn't really fucking with school. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but that was fun, and that was like something that was like not even my outlet. Like it was just like, I can't believe I'm doing this, honestly. Like, I didn't know I had this in me. So when I was just like, all right, I need to keep going. I need to keep running with it. I'm enjoying it, and I'm getting booked. So keep practicing. As long as you're getting booked, you better keep practicing. So
this was 2018. So you've been DJing for 7 years now?
Well, yeah, dang. But in 2019, I would say it died down, because 2018 I bombed. I'm not gonna lie, I bombed that gig. Like it was terrible.
That
like,
first one at Charlie's?
Yeah, like
why do you bomb? Like why'd you bomb it?
I wasn't ready. I don't think I was ready yet.
And what is bombing a DJ set? Like was the crowd just like, we don't like this music? Like how do you bomb a DJ set?
I don't know what I was playing. I think I was like deep in my SoundCloud likes, and like not really like.
You're just playing stuff directly off SoundCloud?
Well, I downloaded it from SoundCloud.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, like I was just like playing stuff that people are probably like, oh, this is cool, but like I don't know what it is, you know? And a lot of times when you have back-to-back songs that people like, I don't know what it is, it kind of like throws off the flow. That's why you gotta, like, I think Tyree told me this, like 3-1 rule or 2-1 rule, where you play 2 songs people know, 1 song they don't, 2 they know, 1 song they don't. But if you keep doing like 3 songs they don't know and 1 song they do, it kind of like gives them fatigue a little bit. And I think that's what I was doing. So yeah, that night.
That's different. So that is a conversation that people have. Like, should DJs play new music that people never heard to put them on with this new music, or should they play familiar stuff? So you're saying it's much better to play familiar stuff the majority of the time.
I would say always do you. That's the first rule. But also keep in mind that you're here to provide a service to people so that they have a good time, and they have a good time by hearing a song they know or like, or they were just listening to on the way type. So I think you should always have like a familiar songs, like sing-along songs, but you should always also have that. You should always be digging for music, always finding like new music, so you have some new music too. It's like a mix. Just have a good mix of it, I think.
I guess it's important to know that it's not about you.
Yeah.
You're there to provide a service, like you said.
It's not about you, but it is about you. Like, they booked you for a reason. They book anyone for their specific style, for their taste and their selection and their transition. So I think it is about doing you, but also like, don't be in your own world, you know, completely.
So I noticed that you drop SoundCloud mixes, and I also noticed that you've done a bunch of mixes with, is it a London blog, Balami? I wrote it down.
Yeah, Balami. I think it's Balami.
What is that? How'd you get hooked up with them? What's it been like dropping mixes with them?
Shout out to All Naturel. I think she's the one that was like, hey, they're looking for a new show, you know, submit it. So I wrote up this show I already had in my notes, pretty much, called Unsold Music, which the concept was basically like unsold, kind of like a play on words, like unsold as in underground, where they're not really selling it on Apple Music and Spotify, and also unsold, like 9 times out of 10 these artists haven't sold to the mainstream industry. So it was like that entendre, but so I had basically just like cold cuts and like deep cuts, just stuff I was digging in my room for hours, just finding, and I would put that up there.
What does cold cut mean?
I don't know. Honestly,
okay. Like what's a cold cut?
I don't know. It sounded good. Like
I've seen that
you know
before.
What I'm saying? Like,
who said that? Is that a show called Cold Cuts? Or Social Supply do something called Cold Cuts?
Oh, they did. at
I've
Rockies.
seen that. Yeah, I was like, what does that mean though?
Yeah, well, basically like deep cuts. Like that's what I meant.
Like unknown music or something like that.
Yeah, even like forgotten music too. Like
Okay.
yeah, like maybe a '90s rap group that didn't get shine or that was about to get signed to Rock Nation but didn't. So they got these like songs floating around, that type of stuff. So they picked it. They were like, yeah, we like it, let's do it. And from there I was doing a show every third Monday of the month. So
a show by like just sending in mixes to them.
But if I was,
it's in her bio, Karen.
Yeah, if I was in London I would have been at the studio, but people
doing like a set.
Yeah, but people that aren't submitted, and they tweak it, they put it up for you.
That's fire. I saw it in your bio earlier, and I just was like scrolling through the page a bit. That accent is growing on me. I used to hate it. I'm not gonna lie. The UK accent, the rappers.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
It's deep. It's very thick. Like especially in like the drill music in the UK rap, which I'm starting to love. But
no, go to the it's tagged in her bio. Oh, is that it? Oh, that's it. You're right.
Yeah. So basically, I'm taking a hiatus right now. He
from doing these. I think the first one was like 2023.
Yeah, the guy runs it all by himself. So he was taking a break from the external submissions. They're doing the whole like studio thing still, but people like in the US aren't submitting shows right now. So
are you one of the only people from the US up here?
No, it's probably a bunch of us, honestly. Okay. Yeah, it's a bunch of people from New York, too. So
it'd be crazy if you actually pulled up one day and did a set with them.
I told him, I said, look, when I'm in London, I'm hitting you up. I got his number, so whenever I'm in London, that's the first person.
You can get a round trip ticket to London for like $500. It's not that much.
Really? That's not bad.
Look up DC to London, Karen. Round trip tickets. Watch it be like $500.
DC's not always the cheaper route.
Yeah, for sure. You can get to, well, actually, I don't even think you can go from like Norfolk and Newport News. You can't go. It'll take you to DC. Yeah. Then you'll go from DC International.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Doesn't go
look, $428, and that's not even looking up like the best. Okay. Yeah, $418, cheapest price.
I need to get that. I need to get my hotel first.
That's go out there, get a little hotel for like spend like $100 a night. Probably stay out there for like 3-4 nights.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, like I told him, I said, look out for me because I'm coming.
Look out! Like keep a lookout for you because you'll be out there. Yeah. Traveling's cool. Like to me, it's crazy how I always think about our scene, our local scene, and how the dynamics work of our scene, and then when you think about it, there's these scenes all across the country, all across the world. Like, look, this is an underground scene. I mean, I think their page has like 70,000 followers, which, it's a decent amount, but it's not mainstream.
Right.
So there's these like pockets all over the world of these like underground creative scenes. And I think what's really missing is maybe it's an app, maybe it's some type of platform, but something that connects all these underground scenes. Like, I don't think we have that right now.
In Virginia?
The world.
Oh.
The world. Like all these little pockets. Because like, what is mainstream? Like, everybody wants to go viral, right? And what is viral? That's people knowing about you, talking about you, like outside your area, around the world, whatever, around the country. So it's like, there's this like mystery in going viral. Like you got to put out this video that goes viral, and it's like, you don't know how to do that. And nobody really knows. Like even the people that go viral, they don't even have the formula. It's just like this mystery thing. But okay, so it's like, I've always been thinking like, okay, you could take it down to a grassroots level. So now why don't we just tap in with a person in each of these different scenes across the country, across the world, if you can, and like just do the groundwork and just build relationships from everybody or people from all these scenes. And now your shit is spread everywhere.
That's interesting.
It's like doing it without, well, you still probably use the internet to like meet these people.
Yeah.
But like make it more relationship based instead of this just like mysterious viral moment. Instead
of like trying to have like a promoter artist relationship, having like the community.
Well, you can have a promoter. Well, I would say it's better to build real relationships, like make friends with people from everywhere.
Agreed.
It could be a promoter artist relationship. It could be whatever relationship you want. But I'm just saying, just rely more on the relationship than a mysterious viral moment. You know what I mean?
Agree.
Like, I got to go viral for these people to find out about me.
Yeah.
It's like, probably not. You could probably just do your research, like find somebody in that scene that's about at the same level as you. And just like start talking to each other and see how you can collab together, like across state lines or country lines, whatever it is. Like you're on their fucking page right now. You don't live in London.
Right. It's super
Now
easy.
somebody goes on their page and sees you, like, who the hell is L.O.E? Tap into you and like it's that easy.
Yeah, and it's easy when you're consistent. Like, just DMing people. DMs just can get you from Virginia to California like that, because I'm talking to this one DJ in Arizona, and she's super hard, and like we relate to a lot of like taste-wise music. So I'm like, when I'm in Arizona, I'm gonna hit you up. And then now, like, I kind of already have someone that I can reach out to out there if I ever go out there. So it's kind of as simple as that sometimes when you're consistent about it and you are organic and know yourself. You're always gonna run into somebody that like can like connect with you and like is on the same level or playing field as you, where you can like bounce each ideas off each other and know that y'all are like a good connection, you know?
Yeah.
So it's I shout out to the internet. I always say,
you met that girl on the internet on Instagram.
It was just like I really fucked with her mixes, and I DM'd her. I'm like, I love your mixes, you know. And so we followed each other, and yeah, just always kind of like engaging on her content to know that you know I fuck with her.
I know there's a lot of our DJs right now. They're working on getting these out of town gigs. Yeah. They feel like they've kind of solidified themselves here. They've built their name here, and now they want to take their talents further.
Yeah.
Maybe touch on just how you've done it, maybe things you appreciate or respect how other people have done, like building your name as a DJ in your scene, what that takes, what that does for you, and then like how do you go further than that?
Yeah, I think starting with your community is always the first thing you should do if you're looking to DJ or just looking to like grow your name out here in any way, is connecting with the people that support you and your community. Like I have so many of my friends' clothing brands. Like sometimes I'm wearing all their stuff one day and I don't even realize that I'm wearing all Virginia, you know? But I say that to say like people out here are going to support you. And if you have that mindset that everyone's like a crab in a barrel, then you're going to kind of run into that. But you have to look beyond that and just like continue to do you. And then from there, like when you're ready, when you feel like you're ready to propel yourself to different crowds, like for example, I felt like when Dot asked me to spin in New York, it was like perfect timing. Like if he asked me last year, I probably would have not said no, but I probably would have been more nervous because I just didn't feel like that was my space, that was my area at the moment. But now I'm ready, like, and I knew that my sound would carry over to that. So it's like it's a moment of like you just knowing yourself and knowing you're ready to go further. And I think a lot of DJs out here right now are in that space.
Ready to go further. Yeah, I saw that show with you and Dot. That was earlier this month, right?
Yeah, it was early May, Cinco de Mayo weekend. So
how was that show? Like where was it at and all that?
Cafe Urzuli. Aunt Blue was the kind of like the curator of the night, and he allowed Dot to just do his thing and pick the DJs he wanted. So he picked me and Grabber Ranks, and it was great. And I met some other DJs that I follow actually that I've been following. So that was cool to connect with them and like people's music that I actually fuck with. And I was like, so it was good networking, but also great crowd. Like my fam pulled up too because my cousins live out there, so that was very special. So yeah, it was just a special night for sure.
Yeah, I'm assuming they have like the cool spots out there, like just how we have out here.
Oh yeah,
like Only You or like those certain spots where it's like known for DJs spinning.
Right, and things don't close till like 4 a.m. So we was like out. So
yo, what was Baby Oil talking about? Did you see his tweet about the racist comment?
Today or yesterday?
I think it was yesterday. Pull that up, Karen. Go to Baby Oil's Twitter. He says something about, I'm not even excited about tomorrow anymore. Racist ass comment.
That was
something
yesterday.
Like that.
Yeah.
You know what he's talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's put it out online. Maybe he doesn't. Well, the comment's fucking online.
I mean, I don't know if he wants to put that out there, but I mean, I definitely know what he's talking about for sure.
Pull that up, Karen. We ain't got. If you don't have to say it. If he's keeping it private, but I'm assuming the fucking comment is public, whatever comment he's talking about.
Yeah, the comment is public. I think a lot of people...
It's Mr. Baby Oil, my bad.
A lot of people know what he's talking about. What he's talking about has been said to even me before.
Got his tweets blocked, protected?
These are protected.
That's crazy. Never mind.
He's shouting to see this. He don't want it. He don't want it.
I don't know what he's going through, but shout out to my boy, man.
Shout out to him. It's going to be a good night. He was talking about tonight, but it's going to be a good
tonight?
Night. Yeah.
Wait, what's tonight? Only You?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
Every time I get on Twitter, I feel like it's some drama going on with the DJs.
You think so?
Kind of. There was some drama going on with Mad Star and Rod last week, which I already knew when She wouldn't have put me in there talking about shame on you, Samir. I ended up DMing her. It's all good, but
okay.
I was like, man, keep me out of this, bro. I was like, I always give respect to this freak for that formula. Like I said earlier,
You
said
did.
that in like 10 different episodes.
You did, but then you low-key
Cole told me about that.
You low-key, but that's. But
Not really,
I got you as a host. That's what's kind of like, you're a host, you know? Like, you can't just go back and forth.
But also, I mean, Rod, I don't know if he's right or wrong.
Okay.
I don't know because he has been doing it longer. So who am I to tell him that, like, where he got this idea from?
You were between a rock and a hard place, I feel like, at that moment. What the hell?
But yeah, man, shout out to Maddie, shout out to This Freak, Rod, Traptastic, all that.
Shout out to them. Everyone's doing their thing. Trap got a bunch of stuff coming.
Bro, they have the fucking Waterside shit coming up.
Yeah.
I want to go to that. That's actually on Sunday, I think. We're going to be in Maryland doing a podcast out there, but I want to go to that bad.
Cool. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy Memorial weekend. So, yeah, everyone's doing their thing.
I'm expecting a lot of stuff this summer.
Yeah.
Even without something in the water, I think we can all make it special. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see us start doing bigger shows. I'm excited to go to the Dome too.
I was about to say, I wonder when that's going to be done. Well, it's done, right?
I think they had the community like event, like the little soft opening type thing recently. I was gonna go, but me and my girl ended up like falling asleep. I didn't wake up till like 8, 9 o'clock, so I was like, fuck it.
Are you going to the No Worries concert? Do you listen to them?
What's that?
Knowledge and Anderson .Paak. They're coming.
I know Anderson .Paak. I'm not hip like that to Knowledge though. I probably won't go.
Yeah, they're coming to Norfolk, but it's a bunch of concerts. Yeah, I'm going. That's like one of my favorite groups. So
okay,
gots to.
Isn't Anderson .Paak in a fucking group with Bruno Mars?
Yeah, he's in like 2 groups.
Is that still going?
I think so, but you know they in spurts.
I'm not gonna lie, Bruno Mars did that song with Sexy Red, and I felt like that was not him.
That wasn't.
It just wasn't believable. I'm like, I thought you was gay, bro.
I think he does a lot of things. For
he
like
said
the
fat,
red.
juicy, and wet. Like you talking about a dick? What are you talking about? It's like, pause. That's
yeah,
crazy.
that was an interesting song, but he getting money though.
He said that was an interesting song.
He's getting money. So
is he though?
I think so. I think
Somebody
that's why he does
he's
those
in crazy
songs.
debt. I don't fucking know. Oh, I keep seeing these rumors about Frank Ocean dropping.
I saw that.
It was like Frank Ocean's about to drop 3 albums. I'm like, he's not gonna drop 3 albums, bro. He's not even dropping 1.
No. Maybe 1.
Blonde is still crazy though. He doesn't even need to drop anymore after that, for real.
I think I like Blonde over Orange, Channel Orange.
I think so too. I think the Channel Orange, is that the one that Novocaine's on?
Yeah.
I like Novocaine, but like as the whole project in total, Blonde is probably, I like that one probably better too.
Yeah, it's more cohesive, I think.
Yeah. So you do this first gig at Charlie and You Bomb, and then you said that was 2018, and then you said 2019 was like dead. What happened in 2019?
2019 was like, I think I was just, after that, I was like, yeah, no. Go back to the drawing board.
A little bit.
Huh? Yeah, for sure. I was like, yeah, you thought. But went back to the drawing board, kind of just did my own thing for a little bit. Honestly, I don't think people, like, how would I get booked after that? You know, it wasn't like it wasn't like that. So anyway, fast forward to 2020 hit, no events. And then 2021, that's when things were like ramping up. I think I just started dropping more mixes and just promoting myself more and getting more serious. And then, yeah, fast forward to now.
Was there events going on out here during COVID? Because I wasn't really going out to stuff like peak COVID. I can't remember.
I don't know. What's crazy is I wasn't really on the scene like that until 2021. Like 2020, I think I was just coming back home from Maryland because after COVID hit, our job told everyone we could work remote. So I just went back to my people's crib, started saving money. And and then 2021 is when I started meeting all these people. So I'm honestly just like 4 years into meeting everybody.
So you really only knew like Wise?
Yeah, he was the first. From
college? Yeah,
first like Norfolk Connect.
Same for him. I just started I started going to Utopia, I think maybe like 2021-ish.
Yeah.
So I'm about the same, about 4 or 5 years in of like knowing these people.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a long time.
It is
I've
a
known
long
people
time.
for like 5 years now. So
it doesn't feel like it though.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's been 4 years. So, yeah.
I did want to talk about this fucking AI shit. Can you pull that up, Karen? So there's this new AI that just came out today. It's called VO3 by Google. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
It is crazy.
I don't keep
So
up
you know
with
how
ChatGPT.
the generative AI was pictures, right? It started out as pictures. You type in, I want to see a polar bear smoking a cigarette. It'll make that picture for you. Cool. We all love that. Then it went to videos. You can make a prompt, write a prompt, and it'll generate a video of whatever you typed. But it was very crude in the beginning. It was like low graphics. You could only make like 1 or like 3 second videos. Now it's advanced again where you can make, I don't know what the time length is right now, but now there's sound because there didn't used to be sound. So you can have people talking, you have background sounds.
Really?
And it's realistic as fuck, bro.
Is this AI right here?
This is all AI. He's about to scroll through it and we'll show you. But all these videos are AI and it's scary good. And literally, like, I think in like 2 years, probably before that, maybe even right now, it's almost like you can't know if it's real or not. So I think in the next like year or two, like it's going to get to the point where you literally will not be able to believe your eyes. Like you can't believe any video you see on the internet because it could be
that
generated.
terrifying
Yes,
to
it
you?
is.
I mean,
it is. It's fire in one hand, like what you could do creatively. Like I was telling Karen, like you'll be able to make a whole movie. Instead of going to film a whole movie and doing all that, you just have a storyline. You come up with a storyline, you write the prompt out, and it'll literally create the movie for you.
That's wild.
You give it, you have to write a super detailed.
Yeah.
And, well, what it is too, also with AI now, with all these prompts, the real trick is writing the right prompt. Like if you know how to prompt the AI and like tell it exactly what you want, that's how you get good results. Let's see some of these videos, Karen. Turn the sound up on your laptop. All this is AI generated.
These aren't real people.
Not real people. Everything is generated. The sound, the pictures, the video, everything.
But why though? This is AI.
All of this. AI generated comedian.
So they typed down the prompt.
Scroll down. It shows the prompt, Karen. On the video. Scroll down. Look, that's the prompt. A man doing stand-up comedy in a small venue tells a joke, include the joke in the dialogue.
That's a very simple prompt too.
That's simple. Keep going, Karen. Keep going.
No.
Like that's already like movie quality. See, that's like longer prompt right there. But now just imagine if you really wanted to make like an hour and a half long movie, it'd be like a really long prompt. But you probably do it in steps.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's why 2000s and 90s movies are always gonna be timeless because it has that graininess.
That grain, I do like the grain. I think a lot of the movies in the like 2020s, maybe a little before, it's like the quality is too good.
Yeah,
It's like I don't know what it is. It feels like in certain movies, I can't even think of one off top right now, but like the quality is so good that it takes you out of the moment.
yeah.
It's a weird, I think it's like a psychological thing, but I think, the movies like seem more believable.
Yeah,
like the
back
earlier
then,
movies.
like even 70s, 60s movies are. I don't know. I just like looking at them. Like they're more eye pleasing in a way.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So this AI shit's getting scary,
This is
bro.
crazy.
It could just make a video. It could be like look, fake streamer, an AI generated streamer playing an AI generated Fortnite,
I thought
talking.
you could see it in the hands.
Let's see his hand. That was the thing with the pictures. Like AI wasn't good at making hands, but it's getting better.
Yeah, his hands look fine.
But now imagine this. AI generated alien invasion that the government creates, pushes on all the news channels, and now you're like, fuck, the aliens are here.
Real.
And you're frantic and everything is going crazy, but it was never real.
So you go outside and you drive and you don't see aliens.
I don't know.
Then what? I don't know. Like
It could be like, we got him. They got a rapper.
Wow.
Bro, I'm
crazy.
trying to tell you, bro. It's like I said, it's interesting in one hand. It's cool and like what you can do creatively, but it's definitely scary. I don't know.
I just don't see how this helps.
Helps what? Anything? I mean, just getting creative,
Yeah, I mean creative, but can we get like free gas with AI or something? Is that possible? Like
maybe create a super intelligence. Just like, how do I get free gas?
yeah,
Might be able to put you on.
something. Like hack the gas station for me. Something.
I'm fucking weak. You mentioned earlier the crabs in the bucket mentality. What I always say on that is like, I look at that as like a famine mindset. Like when people say crabs in a bucket, I think that really applies to areas where like not a lot of people are winning. So it's just like imagine there's famine in your neighborhood and there's like no food. It's hard to think about like your neighbor when you have to feed your family.
Yes. Yeah.
So that crabs in the bucket mentality, I don't think that's like specific to Virginia. I think that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Where like people aren't winning at. So the solution for that is us to just really, if we really want to win, is to stop looking at each other as competition, really work together and help each other like make our dreams come true, which I think we can.
Yeah.
You have to flip from like a selfish point of view to like a village like collaboration
Community
point of view.
For sure. I always say live in an abundant mindset, like not a scarcity mindset, because then you feel like, I don't know, it's like I know where I'm going to be good always. I'm going to get this. I'm going to always have this. If I want this, I've got to work towards it versus like, I don't know how I'm going to get this. Or I'm not seeing a lot of engagement on my Instagram, or I'm not getting enough performances. I'm not getting enough bookings. Like more so look at it like just keep pushing yourself and keep doing things that's going to get you exposure and that's going to make you be in people's faces where they have to book you, or like, I don't know, just move in a way that you know you're always going to be good and that you're abundant and it's always going to come to you some way, somehow. And that kind of avoids that whole, like you said, crabs in the bucket, like I don't have it so my neighbor doesn't have it thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's easy for us to look at each other as competition. Like, oh, there's 10 other DJs in the city.
Yeah.
But there's like 1 million other DJs in the world. So if you really want to look at people as your competition, you should probably be way more stressed out because you have way more competition than you thought. If you're looking at it like that.
Exactly. And everyone wants to be a DJ now. So you got more and more competition every day. So gotta get used to it.
I always looked at the reason that like kids want to do these certain jobs and get into these certain careers is because of how easy they perceive it to be. So like when we're growing up, everybody wanted to be a rapper. Why? Because it seemed cool, but it also seemed easy.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna get high and make music and hang out with my friends.
Right.
Seems like a pretty easy job. Turns out it's not that easy.
No.
Then you get to the thing now, which is streaming, which is even easier. I'm not even gonna leave my house. I'm just sitting in my room on my computer and just talk about nonsense to these people in the chat. Seems very easy. Also, that's not that easy because it's competition in the marketplace. So I kind of see DJing as that for some people. It seems easy. Like I'm just gonna get up there and fucking play some music.
Right.
But all of these things, when you really take a step back, they're all real jobs that take real like dedication and like skill and fucking networking. Like there's a lot of things that go into it instead of just getting up there and playing music.
Yeah.
That's the easiest part of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it starts with that. Like it starts with your love for music maybe, or your love for mixing or beat matching. But after a while, it's like, okay, you got to figure out what else about this do you want to do it for? I feel like.
What do you want to do it for?
I want to do it because like I still have that same feeling like in my dorm room where it's like, this is music I want to push to the world. This is something that I feel like people need to hear. Like, I feel like I'm doing in a way, like a service to others by listening to all this music for you guys. Like, it's to a point where sometimes I don't even enjoy like my listening to music experience.
Really?
Yeah, because
feels like a job.
Yeah, after a while. But then you kind of have, that's why like resting is so important, because you rest, you don't listen to music. Sometimes I'll just be driving here like 2 hours and no music. But then
you live deep in Richmond if it's 2 hours.
Well, 2 hours when I go to Norfolk.
Okay.
I'm thinking Norfolk. Yeah. But here is like an hour, 11 minutes or so. But yeah, no, like it's to a point where I want to do it so that I'm just continuing to push great sounds to people, keep spreading joy. I don't know, it sounds cliche, but yeah, it's just I'll know I don't even want to say I know when it's time to stop because I don't think I want to, but like I just want to keep growing and finding like more meaning to it as I continue to do it.
Do you like have any other goals or anything else you want to do like outside of DJing, like maybe in the creative space or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I would if I would stop procrastinating, I would love to like produce. Honestly,
produce
like,
beats.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do that. I feel like the DJ side, where it's about beat matching, that's why I like to do it so much because I listen to the beat so much. So if I could ever just like sit down and stop procrastinating one day, I would probably get into it for sure.
For the people that don't know, can you tell us what beat matching is?
Oh, sorry, I keep saying that.
You said it a couple times. I think I know what you mean, but I'm sure you can explain it
it's
better.
It's like every not every beat, but most hip hop has like a 16 bar, which is like I can't do the math right now, but anyway, it's like 4 bars is like 16 beats. And then you kind of match that with another song that has that same pattern. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just match in the song on the 1, the 2, or the 3, or the 4. And yeah, it makes sense if you like watch the YouTube video. It's super simple. Like if I'm just not explaining it right. But
that's just like a way to transition between 2 songs based off the music.
Yeah, that's like the foundation of
I also see a lot of DJs are doing like they'll match like a word.
Yes.
It'd be like the word in that previous song, and then be like the same word in the next song, and they'll kind of hit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a name for that. It's like playing with phrases and playing like wordplay, basically. But yeah, that's a really cool way to spin too. Yeah.
Have you done a social supply set?
Yeah, I've done 2.
Really? Can we see that? Pull our social supply set up.
Yeah,
I didn't even know you did one.
Vega and I were like one of the first people to do it.
Really?
Like, when they were getting off the
ground.
who
had the first one? That's actually a good question. Was it Vega?
No, it was. Who was the first one? I want to say the first one was.
Go to videos and go to oldest. What's their first one?
Gia? Was it Gia? And then Gabe, yes.
Gia, yep. And then Gabe, yep.
And Gabe. And then
was it Vega?
It was
Rilo, Dillinger. Who else we got?
And then it was us.
Then it was you?
Yes.
Come on.
You had the Amazon worker coming up.
Yeah.
What do you mean the Amazon worker?
It was an Amazon worker that was dropping off a package.
And he came in the video?
Yeah.
That's funny. Can we see that part? Hey, yo.
It should be like labeled somewhere.
What was he dropping off?
It was a girl. I don't know. But she was like our age, so it was perfect.
Y'all just invited her inside?
Yeah, it was like a perfect song. And everybody was already hyped, and then they like kind of pulled her in.
I'm fucking weak. Let's see this.
And also, we were like really lit. Like we were all.
I can see. Y'all look lit. My boy Kyer, yo, he got some fire music, bro.
He does.
Hey, yo, I'm so fucking weak. That was the best part of her day.
Yes, that was so fun.
See, now I'm just wondering what's inside that package.
Me too.
There's a pound in there.
I wonder.
They just ordered a pound on fucking from Cali.
Maybe.
No.
But her energy was on point. It was perfect. Perfect moment.
She was like, man, let me get out of here before I get fired.
Right. I was like, I hope. No, we thought she did at first, but it was a wrong girl. Different girl.
Somebody else got fired.
Somebody else got fired.
How'd y'all know about that?
It was on Instagram. It was like in someone's comment or caption.
Okay.
Or maybe that video's caption. I don't know.
What? When did this video come out, Karen? I think Social Supply's only been doing it for like a year, so this is probably last year, right?
A year ago. This was around this time actually.
Was it March? Is it March?
Mm-hmm.
March 7th, 2024.
Yep. So
that's really cool.
And then my second one was the Smiles. So it was like a collab with Smile.
Is that in New York?
Party. No, in Portsmouth actually. You know,
Smile, the dude. What's his name? Kai. Yeah. I met him a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the second one. But yeah, it's always super fun on the rooftop when they do the rooftop one.
At Assembly?
No, it's at an apartment complex.
Okay.
I don't even know the name of the complex.
This boy Baby will be having the funniest dance moves, bro. I really fuck with bro. That's my boy, yeah.
That's the
we had a really cool comment with Baby Oil because he told me something that like meant a lot to me. Actually, he was like, because it was around the time that he got robbed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he went on a different podcast, and I think they either asked him about it or maybe they didn't ask him, but he was like, he didn't really feel comfortable talking about it on that platform. He said he was waiting to come here, and he was like that. I like made him feel comfortable to kind of like tell his story about that.
Yeah, we were
So
together that night.
good.
Yeah.
When he got robbed?
Yeah, but it
was it in
happened
front
when
of
he
your
was
house?
leaving. No, we were
Okay.
at Copacabana, which was not far from where I live, but I think he had parked in that alleyway. Or I want to say it was that night. If not, he left somewhere and then it happened. But yeah, it was crazy.
That was crazy. A few of our DJs got robbed, and then not to mention Mad Star getting physically assaulted.
Oh my god!
I don't know if I've spoke to her about that. I might have just like DM'd her or something.
No, that was crazy,
insane.
and it happening right near her crib. Was in her job. That's not safe. It makes you feel like you're not safe in your own neighborhood.
She probably fucking got like traumatized because of that.
Yeah.
Every time she goes outside now.
Yeah, like I can't imagine because I live in Richmond and I'd be like head on a swivel living up there.
Yeah.
But
was it like a lot of violence out there?
No, I mean I kind of live like everything's adjacent to like the hood pretty much. Like if you live downtown, like I live in Jackson Ward, but I love that
Jackson Ward? Isn't that where Ron Bandup is from? Type in Ron Bandup.
Maybe.
We have two rappers from Richmond coming on. Not to cut you off. One is Ron Bandup. His manager hit me up recently to book it, and I just booked him because I went to his page and his music sounded fire.
Okay.
But then after that, I realized that he has a Brandon Buckingham video. You know who that is?
Yeah, I heard of him.
So he's that white dude. He's like a journalist. He goes around different like rappers' hoods and stuff. And he has like this shit right here. Yeah, Jackson Ward. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ron Bandup is from Jackson Ward. Is that Ron Bandup's video? Scroll to the right. As Ron. Yeah, so you're from the same place as Ron Bandup.
Oh, cool.
Well, from what they said in this video, that's a bad area. Or it's like a fucking dangerous area.
It's crazy because it used to be a really wealthy black neighborhood. And then I don't know when it turned, but then it turned to the projects. But yeah, it's known to be pretty dangerous. You just got to be in the right... It's wrong place, wrong time, I feel like. Otherwise, it's a very beautiful neighborhood. But the projects is going to be the projects, though. So
okay, and then you have family out here. You have family in New York.
Yeah, well, not from New York, but a bunch of family from DC. A bunch of my cousins from DC moved to New York, but I'm from Newport News, Chesapeake, Suffolk. Okay, bunch of family out there. So.
Oh yeah. Last thing I really wanted to just mention is I appreciate you for spending with us at Wayfest.
Oh yes, I had a great time.
Yeah, I know you left your laptop in Richmond, and so the Wayfest was in Virginia Beach. Was that Virginia Beach?
Yeah, Portsmouth.
Portsmouth.
Yeah.
It was in Portsmouth. And she's like, we're about to go on soon. And she's like, yo, I left my laptop in Richmond. She was about to drive back. No, I think you actually left. Like you walked out. You were about to go. And then you were like, you know what? Let me not.
Yeah.
And Baby Oil and then like let you use his laptop to do it. So that worked out. That was a fun event though.
Bro.
I had a good time.
It wasn't me though. Like that's what I say about you booked me because for me, I didn't feel like I was me because I didn't have my music. But, you know, it was all good.
You were doing stuff with his music.
Yeah, it was all his music.
Okay.
So
you would think is there not like a cloud service where DJs can have all their music like in a cloud and then no matter what laptop you use?
Yeah, that's why you should always have a hard drive on you.
Or a hard drive,
Yeah, but usually. I always lose them. So
yeah. A cloud service wouldn't be bad for that too though.
Yeah.
But I guess you would need Wi-Fi everywhere. So maybe you might do a gig somewhere where there's no Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
so
but that's why I have a hotspot. It's always nice to have when you're a DJ. So.
But that was a cool event. L.O.E is actually going to be doing another one this year.
Oh, cool.
So there's another Wayfest this year.
You know the lineup? You know the lineup yet?
I don't, because I'm going to be in Bosnia during that time. Kello wanted me to do it again.
Cool.
The pod. Because low-key, I mean, they hit me up about that. They hit me up to do a live podcast. I got Kello involved.
Nice.
He helped me put it all together. He was a big help. And then, so this year, I think he's just been in contact with them, and I won't be able to make it. So he's going to run with it and do his thing. So I'm happy for him for that. But yeah.
Was that going to be July, was it? Last year?
I think it's going to be end of July again.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be in Bosnia. I'm going to Bosnia like July 23rd to August 10th.
Okay.
So we're going to try to I was either going to make a video, like a little short video, kind of just telling people I'm going on vacation and to not expect stuff for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. But also we have 2 episodes booked a week to November right now. So I might leading up to that trip, I might save an episode per week for when I leave and drop it.
Oh, that'd be smart.
So we'll see.
Yeah. When you said October 29th, I was like, dang, you booked and busy.
I really am.
Goodness
and that's
gracious.
2 episodes a week.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
I
love
try
that.
not to do too much. Like 2 is like I'm finally used to 2 now. Like Karen knows, like we used to do 1 episode a week. So when I would do 2, it felt like a lot. Like I felt like overwhelmed. So now I'm used to 2. Like I've done 3 some weeks, but I try not to do too much because like it does feel overwhelming because I have to like do it, then I have to edit it all, then I have to edit the promos and like. I work for like 3 days on an episode when I'm done with it. Like
Wow.
tomorrow morning, I'm gonna wake up and edit this episode, which is probably gonna take me like 4 or 5 hours. And then the next day, I'm gonna wake up and do the promos for it, which is gonna take me like another like 3 hours.
Dang.
So I have like a couple days of doing stuff.
Yeah, you
know
should
what I
do a
mean?
podcast out when you go out there.
To Bosnia?
Yeah, like
We'll see. Probably
maybe
not,
at the
but-
park or something.
With who though? Somebody from out there? Somebody in
Yeah,
Bosnia?
just a random stranger.
Yeah.
Maybe family.
Maybe. We'll see it.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hell yeah. Lo, Lauren,
Yes.
I appreciate you. Is there anything else you want to touch on? Anything else you want to leave the people with? Like, where can they find you? Do you have I looked on your page. You don't have a flyer for an upcoming show. I don't know if you want to say anything.
Not yet. I didn't post it yet. But my next one is June 1st. At Seaside, I want to say. Yes, at Seaside.
In Virginia Beach.
Yes.
That's that one
day
with like
party.
the back, like outside section
Yes,
with the little
yes.
stage right there.
Mm-hmm. Great lineup. So yeah.
Who's on that?
Lil Shannon, me, and I can't recall right now, honestly. But it's gonna be a great lineup. Oh, G's gonna be spinning, which is crazy.
Gio?
Big Don G,
Not it.
crazy.
Okay.
She just got, I don't know about if she just got back, but she was in the military for a while, but she was spinning with Dot back in the day. So
Okay.
her and Dot real cool. She's a crazy DJ. So it's gonna be a great time. That's June 1st. You can follow me on Instagram _Sweet and Low, but Sweet and Low like the sugar, but the L.O.E. _ Yeah.
And people can find your mixes on SoundCloud and then the ones you have on the Balami
Yep.
blog.
Yep. You can just go to Balami's website, type in L.O.E. and there's all my mixes from 2023.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
having me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys for tuning in. All her links will be in the description. Yeah. See you guys soon.